Alright, so we're gonna do a quick scrap run, get the shred out of here. So the majority of it is microwave. I did keep one of the other ones. I'll keep it and I'll fill it up. I mean, this one I filled all the way up, and I did throw some junk in these two as well. And I stripped the two smaller ones, the countertop ones. I didn't bother with these over the range ones, because if I remember right, these things are a pain to do. I don't remember if these newer ones are, or it's just the older ones. I just said forget it, whatever, just send it, be done with it, because I want to get the stuff out of here because it's supposed to snow tomorrow. Well, tonight into tomorrow it's supposed to get another like 2 to 4. So I want to get this junk out of here. I don't want it lying around. So hold on, my phone's being dumb. I gotta get new headphones because these ones have a mind of their own. Google keeps trying to listen in on me. So yeah, just some shred lying around in the yard, nothing too major. But I was hoping to get some of this aluminum out of here, because I got that piece that I found I was out on a freaking headphones. Stop. They're driving me nuts. They keep dinging, like, you know, when the talk to text, or not even talk to text, freaking, like I said, the Google search thing keeps dinging up. No one's trying to talk to you, Google. Stop trying to talk to me. I was doing a pizza delivery yesterday and found that it was kind of buried in the snow. It was on the Monday route, so if I would have went out, I probably still wouldn't have seen it, because you figure it's white. Like I said, it was buried in snow. Like I said, because I got all these screens Monday night, so I have all those, and then I have all this other aluminum around back as well that I was hoping to get rid of, but I'm not entirely sure I'm going to have enough time today. It's already 2 o'clock now. Scrapyard closes at 4:30, so I got to be there by like 4, maybe quarter after, like pushing it. But I do need to go to the post office still, so I think what I'm going to do is go, since that's all loaded up now, I'm going to go pack my orders, and then I'll go drop the orders off at the post office, go to the scrapyard, drop the shred off, and then depending on what time it is, I'll load up this aluminum and get that in. Because like I gotta go to Home Depot too, but I can do that after. That doesn't need to be done right now. That can be done whenever. So I would like to get rid of all this aluminum. Like I said, a bunch more screens and just other bits and bobs. Like I said, more screens over here, and this bin as well. I'd like to get it out of here. That right there as well. Like I said, there's the microwave I kept, and I emptied out the steel buckets into the microwaves. I gotta finish going through that, and I gotta go through some stuff in here as well, with some of the wire and stuff I just threw in here, and like this stuff. I have a little bit of processing work to do. Got some non-ferrous too, they could probably go as well. That wire's full. Probably the motors are just about enough. Brass, the copper maybe as well. I gotta finish cutting off the other couple pieces off the copper thing from the pool heater. So except for that, like I said, probably won't be tomorrow, maybe Friday. We'll see about the weather, what the weather's like. So I'm gonna hurry up, get my orders packed. It shouldn't take too long. I don't know, maybe a half hour. So yeah, alright, that's closed. Gotta close the garage here. James just went in the house and didn't close it. Didn't turn the light off, didn't close it. But yesterday he left for work and left the damn garage open, I saw. So we'll get my orders packed, then we'll head to the scrapyard. Alright, we're at the scrapyard. And man, I hate this GoPro. It freaking, with the light on, it does not want to bend to get it so you can sit upright. Don't want to do it. Alright, and then looking at the time, I don't think I'm going to make it back here in time. I mean, it's 3 o'clock now. 43.80, about right. Nope, down to 60. Nope, back to 80. Kept fluctuating. If the wind blew it, changed it. And keep changing it. Alright. What in the hell are they doing? Alright, this might be a minute. I mean, there's some room on the other end of that pickup between the pickup and the wall. I'm gonna end up over there with him dicking around in the crane. Alright, so he's like sorting out the pile because there's a bunch of rotors mixed in. And shred piles. Someone must have dropped a dumpster or dump trailer or something off and didn't sort it. So he's sorting out the rotors and that. Except for where it is being in the middle, it's like taking up the entire frickin', you know, pile. I got a good load. .40, that's pretty good actually. And it's actually only 3:02, so actually I think we will have enough time to get back here and unload all that aluminum. Depends how long it takes me to load up is really what's going to be the thing, the deciding factor. Alright, let me go get my 20 bucks that we can just put right in the freaking gas tank. So, alright, that was pretty close. 300 pounds of shred, 140 a gross ton, 18.75. So, rounded up to 19 bucks. Like I said, that was close. The wind would have stopped. See, I don't know what the gross was. I don't have the gross on there, just the net. So, you know, it could have been a lot closer if I had a little more stripped, you know, and just a little more junk in general. And depending on whatever the scale number ended up being with all the wind blowing. So, like I said, it's 3:04 now. It takes like 10 minutes to get home. So yeah, 3:15, which gives me, like I said, about an hour. So loading shouldn't take more than like 30 minutes. That's the time limit I'm going to set for myself. Alright, let's go do this aluminum. Alright, so I lied. We didn't, it's Friday now, and now we're going to do the aluminum run. I don't know about these bigger ones. Maybe these other ones, they'll fit in my truck. We do have a trailer here today, but James is doing other crap, so he's got other projects to do, so he doesn't really have time to assist. So we're just gonna do it my way, like I originally was going to. So gather all the aluminum, throw it in the truck. Is pretty much what we're doing. I don't really think we'll have room for anything else. So kind of do it that way. I still gotta process some stuff that I left later, but a little bit of other stuff, but I don't really think we're gonna have got the propane heater on in there. It's cold out here. I don't think I'm gonna really have room for anything else, nor is there much of anything else to take. I'll take the aluminum that's out here in the winter wonderland and get it done. So I mean, I could have done it yesterday too, but you got to go into the city of Buffalo, and anyone who lives local knows the city of Buffalo doesn't know what a snowplow is. So I figured probably by now, I mean, I'm taking 2 main routes, so it should be fine by now. And it wasn't that much snow. It was like I said, 2 maybe 3 inches. So it shouldn't be a problem driving in it. Like I said, I'm taking main roads in, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Ugh. So it shouldn't be too big of a deal. But I do have to rearrange the cars At the moment, our aunt's car's in the way, so I gotta move that out of my way, to back my truck up, and get it done. Like I said, those bigger ones probably will just leave. I'm gonna have to break them down, hoping for it to stop snowing or anything, because James doesn't want to put this down with all the snow, because the moisture getting trapped in there and it's gonna be all moldy. So, but he has the plate for it, so we, in theory, eventually can get that out of here and say take it to our uncle's house or his girlfriend's house or somebody's house. Like I said, we do have the small trailer, his co-worker's trailer, the smaller one, but it would work. But like I said, he's got stuff to do, and I don't have a hitch on my truck, nor do I know how to drive a trailer, even if I still, you know, then just take his truck. But we're just gonna not. We'll just do it in mine. It should be sufficient. I don't even like driving my truck anyways. Well, I'm driving anybody else's at this point. Alright, get these cars rearranged and get on the road. Alright, so hopefully now the GoPro's warm enough. I was trying to shoot this earlier and I had to go in the house and let the freaking camera warm up. So, all loaded up with aluminum. Nice load. I got all of those storm doors, or not storm doors, the screen doors, all those that I had found, and got them broken down. These luckily were super simple. You know, it was just either needed a nut driver or the one was a screwdriver, and they came out perfect, which I'm amazed. So yeah, most of these I think are, yeah, the aluminum screens. So just roll it up. They can live with that little bit of junk. That's why it's called an old sheet. I mean, if I wanted to, I could probably play around with them more and get it all cleaned up for clean extruded, but it's winter time. I don't want to look at this crap. I did keep those two pieces. Those are clean extruded already as I pulled them off. So a little bit of screens, other screens as well. These two nice hunks of aluminum. And then we got this can, which is going to be a problem. I don't know if you can tell. That's solid. I'm pretty sure there's water in the bottom and it froze. So that might be a problem. Because like when you go to pull on this stuff, that's what makes me think that I'm pretty sure there's a block of ice on the bottom, because this doesn't pull out, and it should. So that might be a problem. We might end up coming back with a trash can of aluminum still, because it freaking froze. But I'll crank the heat as I go. Hopefully it'll thaw it out enough to where it'll come out, even if it's just a block of ice on the bottom. They'll live. It's the winter time. What do you expect? So I'll run this in. Trying to think. This is probably like $50, probably, assuming I can get the can out. But this doesn't include the other can, the tall one that I got from Gutter last year, or not last year, whenever, like 2 years ago when I got it. That's in the garage still. Alright, yeah, gotta make sure it shuts. Kind of gotta slam it a bit to make it shut. Stop at the post office too on my way. Oh. Nope, trunk's still open. Damn it. Oh. I knew that didn't sound like it's closed. I gotta slam it. Alright, now it's closed. Oh. Alright, so like I said, we'll go run this, or stop at the post office, run this to the scrapyard. Then I got other things to do afterwards. Alright, driving into the sun to go in the scrapyard here. So, no, the city streets are fine. It's this freaking scrapyard that's not loud or anything, I can see. Although this isn't too bad because it's probably had a lot of traffic. It was more at the entrance before the gate. Oh yeah, because in here is not too bad. There's more way up at the gate. $43.40. Not bad. over to non-ferrous here. Tell them we got all aluminum. They'll send me over to the big pile here, which is the other side of these piles. And like back here, this is like the dirty aluminum, dirty stainless, or clean stainless, or whatever. So I'm gonna go talk to him. All right, throw all the aluminum off in the pile. Go back over the scale, and luckily they did. The trash can did thaw out enough to where it came out. They got a little bit of ice weight with it, but it is what it is. It's winter time. That's part of the deal. And besides, you're getting skimmed anyways, because you figure it's going in the 20-pound increments. There's times you're getting skimmed anyways, so. I mean, a lot of that stuff is good, clean material, extruded and stuff anyways, so. 4140? No, 20. What did I say? 43? Was that 100 or 200 pounds? I already forgot what the intake weight was. So yeah, that's what, 200 pounds? Well, like I said, and it goes, you know, you're talking increments of 20, so, you know, it's one of the things that balances out. Alright, let's try not to get into an accident here. Toyota doesn't know where he's going, because that's not the right way to do it. I mean, you can't do it that way, but what's he doing now? He does know he needs to weigh out, right? I'll figure that out in a minute. That you need to weigh out. Alright, let's go get paid. Alright, so I was right, 200 pounds, 42 cents a pound, 84 bucks. Not bad for that aluminum. Like I said, I still have probably another 40 pounds at least in the, if I would have brought in the other, can that's in the garage. That probably could have easily been another 40 pounds. And I'm trying to think. I'm sure if I processed a little more, I could scrounge up some more aluminum. Like I said, if I would have went with James, took the trailer, it would have saved me some time, because I wouldn't have had to break down those. Okay, that heat is. I've had enough heat. I wouldn't have had to break down the screens, doors. I could have just threw those on. I would have brought the stuff in the shed or the garage. So it would have been a little more, but I'll take 84 bucks. So that's it on this scrap run. I don't know, maybe the next week or two, depending on what stuff we find, we'll have some non-ferrous runs to do of the other stuff in there. Depends on what else we find. I gotta process some stuff, so we'll see. Alright, so this scrap load is gonna be aluminum and wire. Although based on how full the truck is, I probably should have actually just held off on the aluminum for now, and then just waited till I had a little bit more, and then just filled the whole truck with it, because there's only this little bit of space that's not aluminum. So that would have been better, but I can get this aluminum out of here. And there's still some back there in the tall green can that I used, some stuff on the bottom, and then the wire, I took it out of the other trash can because that wouldn't fit in here, but there was, because I put this in here and then there's just a little bit of space left, but I don't really have anything that would work there other than like taking a thing or two of motors. But if I want to take motors back, I'm gonna do them all, so that'll have to be next trip, even though they are taking up the most amount of space. It kind of didn't work out how I thought it would. Because I was thinking originally like aluminum and then just motors down this side, but this works. A little bit less junk to look at. I say this aluminum too, it's not gonna be a lot. It's some of it's definitely fluffier pieces. This, I would be surprised if it was like 60, 80 pounds. I highly doubt there's more than like 100 pounds here. There might be if I took what was left at the bottom of that can and then shoved that in here, which then there probably would be. See, this is gonna be kind of close. because I didn't realize too this shit shifted, so it's kind of a little out of place there. Well, that should be shut enough, nothing should hit. All right, let's go turn this in. Still got that bucket up here that I forgot. Then I got this piece. It's got right up here. All right, let's head to the yard, get this junk turned in. All right, rattling our way into the scrap yard. So probably what they'll have me do is dump the aluminum off first. You gotta go over to the scale anyways. So they'll probably just have me dump the aluminum off first. And then once they weigh back out, come take the wire. It's how it's supposed to be done anyways, to make sure you're given the right weights. Or you could do it as you offload the wire first, and then go dump the aluminum, then weigh back out and cheat the scales. I've seen people do that. Where I can tell they're clearly cheating. But they'll go to shred and then go to, then go to non-ferrous, then weigh back out. $43.40 with a full tank of gas. Oh yeah, this don't weigh much. It's $43.40 coming in when that's with a full tank of gas. Alright, so like I said, I'll probably just dump this aluminum off first, which is this big pile on the left. So, we'll see. Alright, so, all cashed out. I didn't show you going back over the scale, but not a big deal. So, number 2, insulated 40 to 49%, 23 pounds, 75 cents a pound, $17.25. I'm pretty sure that's the square bin. He gave me that on, and then the other bin, he gave me the normal number 2 of the 30%, 78 pounds, 33 cents a pound, $25.74. Old cheat, 99 pounds at 42 cents a pound, $41.58. I'm not entirely sure that makes sense at 99 pounds, unless it's because of the math she had to do. Because what he did end up having me do was went over the scale. I showed you guys that. Went over, told him I had aluminum and wire. He's like, okay, we'll take the wire. Took the wire, weighed that out, and then had me dump the aluminum, and then go back over the scale. So unless that's from the math of subtracting the wire weight, I wouldn't think that aluminum was that heavy, but I'll take it. 85 bucks. Because I was confused when I saw 50. I'm like, what? That seems like a lot. So, but hey, that paid for the gas for the whole tank. So I'll take it, and I'll put that towards the tires. So all right, we'll see you guys tonight on the curbs in our neighborhood. But that's of course, you probably will have already seen that. All right, so all loaded up with the shred, getting it strapped down now. Good trailer load of junk. So not the snowblower. James doesn't quite know what he's doing with it yet. So that's still back here. That's still here. So I got those sent. That Stanley one might have actually been good. Oh well. Just send it. We have enough vacuums for ourselves, so I don't need to keep it. But we got a decent amount of space, especially now that the door's over there. I started pulling some of the screws out, and of course there's screws that are rusted and just stripped. You can't actually get them out. That's why I hate storm doors. I don't understand why we don't make them with stainless steel screws or something. It's absolutely ridiculous and very annoying. So I'll deal with that later. I got a snowblower, this thing of aluminum that I would like to get rid of. But that's, and this aluminum, because it's really the only other thing out here. But it's kind of so it's a bit difficult with the trailer. This stuff really is better off in a car. So I'll probably just save it up like I usually do, and then when I have enough, I'll just fill my truck up and send it like I normally do. So we got space pack. This needs to go. This probably can go too. Stupid power shovel. I say that even though I picked one up in a box. Grandma's walker can go. I don't quite know why we didn't just grab it, because it can go. It's been almost a year since she passed. It's gonna be a year next month. So we don't need it. Get rid of it. Like I said, not too bad over here. This kind of though takes a lot of space. And that other metal thing, which probably could go along the fence, like where I'm standing, and maybe take up as much space. Maybe put the go-kart over here. Like, I don't know. Try and gain some of this space just so I can have room to store stuff. Like aluminum, until I get a full truckload and then send it. So, for now, that's good enough. Although, like I said, we want a shed. I don't quite know where we would put it. Here, maybe? Kind of help block the neighbor, but not too close to the utility pole, so they can still get to it and do whatever. Although there would still be plenty of space on the other side, on the neighbor side. So that's that. Like I said, I got some cords and stuff to gather up now and to add to the collection. Alright, we'll look at this. We'll go send this. Get my like 20-30 bucks. Maybe closer to 30. This has got some weight to it.
2 cents?
$30. It's probably gonna be like 30 bucks. It's probably like 400 or 500 pounds.
20 bucks.
Maybe $6 or 600 pounds. Between 20 and 30 is what it'll be. It'll be better than my $13 load earlier in the week. Alright, off to the scrapyard. Alright, pulling into the yard, hop on the scale. Where did this guy learn how to park?
Looks like a trailer deal with it. Little frame in the back.
6280? Not bad. Okay, this is gonna be another case of anybody home. As you can see, there's a customer in there that doesn't know how to park. Good truck trailer.
What's trailer there?
Apparently. Sometime today. There we go. Alright, so the usual, we'll go throw this crap off. See what it's worth. What are we doing? That's not usually where the loaders park. Or the crane.
Is that freaking spot today? Fuel set.
Well, usually that means he's doing something. Although there's nobody at the shred pile, so it don't matter. It's probably moving the rotor or something. I don't know what they're doing. It's about where the rotor pile is.
Yeah.
Alright. So this crap throwing off. Or the HMS. Yeah, the HMS.
Where's that on up there?
scrap off and back over the scale. There's a deck over there. What I presume is supposed to be the dirty aluminum pile. I don't know what the hell they call this pile.
This pile?
Unless that's supposed to be like extruded.
Oh, yeah.
No, she's in the back. 56, 20, 40. 20 or 40, it'll be one of those two numbers. 40. Come on, can you give me 20? So yeah, that's a pretty decent weight. Of course, this car over here is parked kind of in the way of where we normally would go. Or just whip and end up facing that way, and then you'll just have to turn around again. Okay, that works too. Alright. Alright, James is finishing strapping down the stuff. So, 640 pounds, 140 a gross ton, 40 bucks even. That's pretty close. Or pretty, I'd say close because they give a range, but no, I know what stuff goes for. So yeah, if we had the snowblower on there, that would have been like at least another probably 100 pounds almost. So still 40 bucks, not too bad. That pays for the gas I had to put in my truck yesterday, so just about. Although a couple, yeah, even though a few of those things were not from the curbs, we kind of just had them lying around like the compressor. I think really it was, and there's some stuff James had in his barrel from his side of the workshop, but for the most part, free car because his lights are on, but nobody's in it.
I think one employees.
I think it is too. Okay, what are you bringing in that thing? I don't know if you guys got a good look at it, but that's a tiny little car.
Tiny little Buick. Buick.
Of course, hell, like I said, I seen the guy in the freaking Kia Soul hamster mobile in here, and he was throwing crap off. So, anyways, that's it for this run. All right, so we're gonna do a scrap run. This might not get to stay here. It depends if the trunk will shut or not. So, just a load of shred, nothing spectacular. So all this electrical stuff that I just found, the two computers, the other computer that I found the other week, that giant hood fan, and then the other miscellaneous things. This probably should go with, but it's definitely not gonna fit. And it is aluminum, I think, or at least the inner part is. I don't know. That's part of the next load we'll deal with. I got a busted sink that I just got. There's trash day tomorrow, so I gotta get garbage out of here. Light bulbs from the one light. This stuff is in the shed or the garage. That's not my problem because it's kind of overflowing this way. So like this is all the smalls stuff that's gotta be processed. That's all aluminum. The e-waste. These might actually be worth money. I'm gonna play around with them a little bit before I scrap them. I got all this aluminum, that stainless sink from the other week. A little bit of shred still in that bucket, but I'm not worried about it. I got the whole other bucket. So wire and aluminum really are the next things that need done. So yeah, as you can see, this is overflowing. So not too much other stuff. Maybe some motors too, because I'll have like a bucket worth. And that sump pump when I'm done. I gotta finish cutting off this copper from that pole heater, the stainless here. Not entirely sure how you get these out of there. I don't know, punch or something. I don't know. I'm assuming this is like the easiest way to get it out. Is just take a sawzall and just cut along the stainless steel. I gotta figure out how to finish taking this thing apart. Well, actually, I guess double check. Because if it's just aluminum, I might not even bother and just send it. It's not worth fighting over it to get it out. So like I said, there's all this aluminum back here. I mean, I'm sure if I put it in a bin and made it a little more organized looking, it's not really as much as it looks like. But like, that's aluminum, I gotta take that apart. Like I said, this bin of miscellaneous electricals and that. Like I said, that's not my problem. That wouldn't fit in my truck anyways. So, let's run this little bit of shred in, get the 20 bucks that it's worth, get it out of here. Just to get it out of here, I'm gonna check. I'm pretty sure steel is pretty heavy. Well, like I said, it's probably like, yeah, steel. Ow, pinch my finger. Like I said, get my 20 bucks and get this on the road. Alright, now that you can see anything, but we're pulling into the scrapyard. This sun is killer. Because of course my driver's side sun visor doesn't do anything. And I'm driving, so I can't quite finagle my passenger side. I mean, I got it off the hook, but it doesn't want to freaking move. So what the hell? $43.80, less than half tank. Yeah, that's about right. Man, the sun is seriously killer, and it's freaking 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Welcome to winter. Aluminum pile's looking pretty good. Alright, what do we got? One guy? Just one guy? Alright, we'll get parked and get unloaded. Alright, come on. Gas pedal. Alright, throw that crap off. Let's go see. Like I said, 200 pounds probably. $4,100 or 20? I can't make up its mind. 20. It is. Jackass get out of my way. Alright, let's go get paid. Alright, 280 pounds, 140 a gross ton, 1750. So they rounded up 18 bucks. Well, a little less than I thought. But what do you want? What are they? I don't see anything either. So, like, what do you have? I always find it interesting when little cars like that pull in and I don't see anything. Like, are they the guys that are going around just smashing crap? They the extreme cherry pickers? That's what you look like when you're riding around in a little car like that. Yeah, a little Toyota Corolla. Like, you ain't hauling much in that. At least the Kia Soul guy, you could haul something in that. All right, so that's it for now. Say, I didn't see any signs. I didn't look hard enough about what their hours are for this week. Like I said, I'm assuming they're going to be closed Thursday till Monday, I'm assuming. That's just what I'm assuming, so. Say 3 o'clock now, hour and I'm not going to bother. I was thinking, yeah, no, I'm just going to finish cleaning up what I got in the yard since we're running out of daylight. I was thinking, do I want to do another load of the aluminum or the wire or whatever, but it wouldn't make sense until I stripped the crap that was in the yard. So we're going to do that with the rest of my daylight. And like I said, we'll probably end up having to do a scrap run next week. It's going to be next week. So, yeah, because and everything needed to be done today because I have to work tomorrow, Tuesday. I have to work Tuesday, Wednesday. And then obviously Thanksgiving's Thursday, so like I said, they're probably going to be closed. So we're not going to get anything done until next week, pretty much. So, we'll get on the road and get to stripping.